John Nielsen Property Maintenance Improvements to better the quality for the customer, more accounts, accomplished in a shorter span of time. Objectives: to establish maintenance principles to ensure quality and resolve issues in a timely manner, to conduct better hiring practices to secure reliable help, to implement proper employee compensation to increase reliability, and to train employees more effectively and with more hands-on methods. First thing we're going to do is create maintenance logs. Currently, it's replace as it breaks. That is incost effective, very inefficient. To create maintenance logs, we'll do it on a seasonally basis, go over every single thing. Preventative maintenance is king. It prolongs the life of the equipment. If you replace the parts on a semi-annual basis as opposed to just replacing the entire piece of equipment like an edger or a weed eater, it gets longer use out of each piece of equipment. It brings down your overhead for the year. It also ensures proper functionality. Sometimes on job, certain things don't work and you don't have backup equipment, which takes up time throughout the day. Vrat said it best: with the maintenance task is synchronized with production because the task planned during one of the production stoppages is an opportunity risk already planned in the initial production scheduling is not to change. Meaning during the day, if a weed eater goes down, you have to spend time replacing it or fixing it as opposed to doing maintenance beforehand, knowing it's broken, and fixing it first. Saves time in the end. Also promotes safety by ensuring there's no open or loose wires and making sure the gas-powered engines are working properly. They are still combusting. Next thing we're going to do is improve our hiring practices. We've got to make sure that all employees have appropriate transportation to and from work, something that's not currently done. It needs to ensure to eliminate last-minute mishaps. Many times we're without one or two people on a day because people can't find a ride or the ride is unreliable. This way, the employee can work around the actual schedule as opposed to us working around the employee schedule. Ensure physical ability to endure a long days of work in the sun. We do live in Florida. It takes quite a bit of time outside in the sun. Need to make sure that someone's in shape in order to do the job properly, so this way they can maintain and endure throughout the day. Need more professional and dedicated employees. Smoking on the job, looking unkempt, the type of lingo that some employees use is unacceptable. Also need more professional and dedicated employees. Turnover research has long recognized the tension between factors contributing to satisfaction with current employment and the factors facilitating movement to other jobs. We will increase retention by ensuring they're professional and we give them something to work towards. Need to hire more reliable workers to be on time and be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. Also want to implement a working interview to ensure quality of service and to ensure accuracy on work experience on their resume. Next thing we need to fix is employee compensation. Currently, employees do not get paid for rainouts. They still come to work. They're still working the majority of the day, but all the jobs don't get done and they don't get properly compensated for that. That's not their fault, and the customer is still paying for their maintenance regardless if they get out there that week or not, because it's on a monthly basis. Does it not make sense to pay the people who are there regardless if it gets rained out or not? Allow for personal days with prior notice to boost company morale if done appropriately. Institute a standby list to ensure help is always available if something were to ever come up. Also, sometimes there's added jobs throughout the day and opportunities that can't be taken because there's not enough people available. If there's an extra hand available on any given day, more jobs can be done. Set aside pay for the end of year taxes. Each person's a subcontractor, and even though they get 1099 at the end of the year, it would make more sense to set some aside for them to increase retention. The biggest turnover that we have in this industry is guys not realizing or setting something aside after they get their 1099 at the end of the year getting screwed on taxes, and then they don't want to come back. You also need to improve employee training. Video training done in a classroom type environment, instructional training done by a step-by-step process for each equipment, and on-the-job training. An analyst of estimated mastery time showed that structured on-the-job training requires 1/5 of the mastery time required from all other forms. It also ensures the quality of service. Semi-monthly training refreshes on equipment, especially important for equipment that is not used very often. In conclusion, by increasing maintenance, fixing our hiring practices, adjusting employee compensation, and implementing more employee training, we can improve the company's profits. We can also improve efficiency and retention with the working staff. Here's a list of references.